Tesla's biggest update of 2025, the big summer update, is rolling out right now to Teslas around the world with 10 amazing new features that will kind of totally transform the Tesla experience. They're great. You guys will love them, and I'll show you what's new. But some of the bad news here we've also got to discuss is that a lot of you guys watching this video just won't be able to get any of the new features because you won't get the updates. And also, of course, give a huge thanks to Sentry Pro for sponsoring this video. If you want to turn Sentry Mode Pro, defend your Tesla, and get alerted anytime that Sentry Mode goes off with instant notifications, check out Sentry Pro at the link down below and get started totally for free. So this is update 2025.26. I know a lot of you guys want to know the exact version number, so that is the official version number for this big summer update. But also, I should say, in the last couple of updates that seem relatively minor, there have been a number of what they call undocumented features, something that's not in the release note, that Tesla has added that have now been discovered that are really nice to see. There's like some quality of life updates in here that are sort of nice, bringing some new things to your Tesla. For example, when you go to a supercharger, the car is going to detect that. And now when you park, you're automatically going to see your charge port get unlocked. The charge port door is going to open. So you can just go over, plug in, and then go inside, get a snack, use the bathroom, go back in your car, whatever you want to do. You don't have to actually tap and, open up the door. That's going to happen automatically for you for the charge port. And then also, you're now going to get way more info as to where a supercharger is. So if it's on a specific floor of a parking garage, if it's a valet only location, if you have to pay to get in, basically Tesla's just giving you way more info so you can see at a glance where your supercharger is. So you know ahead of time if you've got to pay to enter and exit and things like that, just way more info as to where superchargers are. And then if you've got one of these newer Teslas, specifically the new Model Y, you're now able to toggle between a standard view and a wider view. I think now it's not just within the actual live camera view system, but also you can go back retroactively in dash cam recordings as well and toggle between the wider view and the standard view. I think it's only the Model Y right now, but this should be launching hopefully in newer Teslas that have this newer camera system as well. Just another little nice thing there for those of you who have new Model Ys. Another one of the undocumented features rolling out to Teslas now is the ability to keep the blind spot camera up when other cameras are also up on the vehicle. So for example, if I've got my blind spot camera up here, you guys know how this works. I can move this around. All of that is very normal. But if I was to open up the other camera view, it's going to knock out that side view. I guess it's still right there in the corner, but if I'm trained to sort of look in that specific direction and that specific part of the screen, it's not going to be there. They're now rolling out the ability to actually have both of those up simultaneously. So the blind spot camera can now always stay up, even if you have the full-on camera view up for the other vehicles or the other parts of the car as well. All right, and with that stuff out of the way, then of course we get to the big summer update that is finally rolling out with a lot of new features I'll get into. But first though, let me sort of break the bad news to you first. You know how if you've been on this channel before, I've talked about it, how Tesla is slowly but surely deprioritizing older Teslas with the older hardware and prioritizing the new ones? Well, that is sort of happening even more with this update. And one of the biggest new features, Grok, is only going to be available for those vehicles with the AMD processor inside of your Tesla. Now, you can check this for yourself by going into your car, you go down to software, and then you click on additional vehicle information, and you'll see where it says infotainment processor what you have. AMD Ryzen, I think they made that switch around the 2022-ish time period. And then of course, there's hardware 3 versus hardware 4, but that's a different thing. The actual processor of your Tesla is going to matter significantly because if you have the older Intel processor, you're not going to be getting a lot of the new features. You've been missing features for a while, but now one of the big ones, this Grok support, which I'll show you why it's a big deal in a moment, is not going to work with your Tesla. And as of right now, there is no upgrade path, even if you wanted to upgrade your older chip to the newer chip. So just something to keep in mind as I break down these new features. Another one of the super cool features in this update that's getting a lot of attention is RGB ambient lighting syncing with your music. So I think both the album artwork primary color can sync with the RGB in your Tesla. And then also now the actual music can sync with the RGB lighting in your car as well. So newer Model S's, X's, Cybertrucks, 3s, Ys, any of the newer cars that have this, you can actually sync your music to the RGB ambient lighting to kind of make it a little bit more fun and lively. This has been super cool. I mean, the RGB ambient lighting is nice and all and hasn't had a whole lot of use up until now, so now being able to actually sync it with the music live and in real time is a super cool feature that you newer Tesla owners will enjoy. Another one of the new features rolling out in this update is the ability to save audio presets for different songs. If you want more bass on one song, less bass on another, things like that. I'm the audiophile, so you guys are smarter than me in that department. You can do that. Basically, if you head into the EQ settings here within the Tesla infotainment system, you can obviously make adjustments as needed. Soon there's going to be actually a way to save a preset here that presumably will save within the Tesla cloud to other cars as well. So no matter what Tesla you get in, your EQ settings are there, then you can quickly adjust them based on what you're listening to. One of the other big updates here is with the dash cam viewer. Now, this is a relatively new one. Tesla just overhauled this recently. And again, this is one of those things that only is going to be on the AMD-based Teslas. This new interface is coming to Cybertruck, by the way, so kind of nice to finally get it there. And then Tesla is now adding the ability to more easily go through and speed up the time. So you'll have like a 2x option and 3x and things like that. Right now, I think you can double tap, but you don't really have an easy way to scrub through this super fast. And then you'll also be able to zoom in. That is something you currently cannot do on here, is zoom in or out, which is kind of helpful if you're trying to read a license plate or things like that. One of the other new parts of this update is that Tesla now can turn the RGB ambient lighting in their vehicles red when Sentry mode is on, which is kind of nice, but honestly doesn't really do anything to deter people who could be looking to vandalize or try to gain access to your Tesla. What and I think you guys would much rather prefer is the car to honk the horn or flash lights or do something to deter people and say, hey, get away, I'm watching. That is exactly why I love Sentry Pro, because it's actually able to make the car kind of defend itself, plus so much more. If you haven't heard of it before, you can get started totally for free on iOS or Android. It's going to work on either operating system. It's also going to work on any single Tesla out there. And the beauty of this app is it does two amazing things. Number one is that anytime Sentry mode goes off, anytime, it's going to give you an instant alert, letting you know that, hey, Sentry mode is going on, it's detected something, tap in there, jump into live cameras and see exactly what's going on, because especially with the Tesla vandalism and crazy things going on, you don't want to wait for Sentry mode to maybe record something, maybe not. But the better part of Sentry Pro these days are these beta actions that could allow you to now flash the lights of the vehicle, or if you want to be more aggressive like me, actually honk the horn if Sentry mode is activated, someone's peering in the glass or getting too close to the car, something's happening. If Sentry mode is activated, get those people away, and Sentry Pro makes this super, super easy. So let's say I'm a bad guy, I see a Tesla parked here, I'm going to start to go around and see if I can creep in the doors and see what's going on. And oh! And also, this is using the official Tesla API, so everything here is safe and secure. Everything's going through the official Tesla channels, both iOS and Android, full compatibility. And also, you can get started totally for free. There's a free trial. You can try it for a week, see how it works. Link down below if you want to check that out. And if you like it, there are a number of different subscription offerings that are super affordable, including for a limited time, a 40% discount on a lifetime plan. So pay once, have it forever on all your cars, and get a pretty sweet discount. So if you want to learn more, check out Sentry Pro for free. Really give your Tesla some much needed defensive features, and just have that peace of mind. Sentry Pro is amazing. Try it for free, iOS or Android, linked right down below. Check it out for yourself right now. Another one of those quality of life features that isn't super important to everyone, but I think is going to be a huge one for new owners, is a brand new onboarding guide that helps people get their Tesla set up when they get a brand new Tesla for the very first time. Now, regular owners, your stuff syncs between cars, and if you got a newer Tesla, everything would sync, you'd be good to go. But if you're getting into a Tesla for the very first time, one of the most common sets of questions I get is, how do we adjust the steering wheel and the seat and things like that and get things set up? Tesla's going to have this brand new onboarding guide that looks to be interactive that'll help you sort of walk through those processes step by step and help you get everything set up and dialed in. And then, of course, the biggest part of this update, what everybody is super excited about, and I think kind of needs a little bit of explanation, is Grok. Grok is now coming into Tesla vehicles with a couple of caveats. Again, it's only going to work on those AMD-based newer Teslas. And also, Tesla's quick to reiterate, this is in beta. It is going going to require a premium connectivity subscription, but it doesn't require an additional subscription. To get Grok's full capabilities, you actually have to subscribe to it through X or through a separate subscription. You don't have to do that there. And then also I get the question, what is Grok? Probably should explain that. Grok is basically XAI, which is an Elon company. It's their AI virtual assistant. So think about Siri or Google Assistant, but way smarter. It's kind of like ChatGPT or Claude or these AI assistants. Basically think about a super smart AI assistant that can basically answer a ton of questions for you, look up real-time information and data and things like that as you drive. And one of the super nice things about Grok is that you'll be able to do that while you drive. So you can ask it specific questions. You can have it look up information for you. It can get you real-time information. It can talk to you about the news and a bunch of different things. Basically think about having the full access to the internet, like doing Google searches and things like that directly with your voice. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I think this is a particularly big deal. Number one is I've never seen Tesla make a marketing push for a software feature besides full self-driving, like they're doing with Grok. There's now a dedicated tab on the main page of the Tesla website saying, hey, there's now a new feature in all the cars, Grok is here. And then if you go to the actual order page, if you go to any car, let's say Model Y, for example, if you go to order this, there's now even a dedicated tab on the order page that says Grok is available in the vehicle. I've never seen any kind of promotion like this for any other software feature, but Tesla's now doing this, so obviously they're banking on this thing being a really big deal. And even though right now it is currently not replacing the built-in voice commands for your vehicle, like opening the trunk, climate control, those are still there. This is in addition to that. I think this is a temporary thing because I think what really makes this so exciting, again, is not what Grok can do today, but what the capabilities of this are. You're not just getting access to a super powered virtual assistant that can answer questions for you and look up real-time data, but if it can really hook into the vehicle like it will be able to very soon, because this is all a sort of Tesla AI thing sort of integrated, it can get real-time information about the vehicle. It can know where you start, where you stop, where you frequent, your driving habits, music choices, things like that. And in a way, this can kind of sound creepy, like it can know a lot about you. But on the other hand, if the more optimistic approach is if it knows a lot about you, this can totally become like your virtual assistant that can do a lot of the stuff for you in your vehicle. For example, the possibilities of this could be really cool. Imagine if your car intelligently knew on a hot day when it's 95 degrees, I want the AC as low as possible. And usually at this time when I'm getting in my car, I'm gonna go get a coffee, then I'm gonna go to work. By the way, when I'm at my coffee shop, go ahead when I'm 10 minutes out, automatically send an order in that I wanna have this drink and I want it this certain way. And oh, by the way, since my payment method is on file with Tesla, charge it automatically to the card. And then, this new podcast comes out on Tuesdays at 3. When I get into my car at 5 o'clock when I'm going home from work, automatically have that loaded up. It's that level of control and customization and personalization that makes Grok so exciting. It's that it can really sort of know you in a fun and kind of creepy way and be able to do so many things. Right now, it's a very limited beta thing. It can basically just, work like a virtual assistant and answer questions for you. But soon, very soon, it should be able to learn more about the Tesla controls and what you do and where you go. It can answer emails. It can send messages, things like that. There's a lot of possibility with this. And as AI advances so much, not to sound like an AI buzz machine, but as it advances so much, there's a whole lot of possibilities as to what Grok can do in your Tesla. Also, I should say, sort of at least my 2 cents, I think another reason that Tesla is promoting this so heavily right now is to, one, try to educate consumers on exactly what this is, because I feel like half the people I talk to, 80% of the people I talk to have no idea what Grok is. But also, I think that especially as the EV tax credit ends, and the playing field gets way more level on gas cars versus EVs and hybrids and things like that, Tesla and other EV makers are going to need to find ways to differentiate themselves from the competition. Luckily, Tesla has many different ways they can uniquely do that with full self-driving and some of the tech stuff and things like that. But I think they're going to try to use Grok to their advantage to show that this is a special feature that only Teslas have. And there are so many things that it can do that you're going to want that you're going to have to buy a Tesla in order to get. So I think this is sort of some pre-planning here. This is the long game on what this is. And even though right now it's being hyped from certain people and it's a little confusing as to exactly what this thing is, I think that give this 6 to 12 months, and this is going to become one of those really cool core features that definitely sets Tesla apart from the competition. I think, for example, I've talked about an app store before. I think that if Grok is executed correctly, this could kind of supplement a lot of the needs and desires for an app store, because Grok could find this information for you. It can do commands at your behalf, or place orders for you, send messages, things like that. The possibilities here are really, really cool if it can be done well. And hopefully Tesla can pull this off. I think it could be a really, really cool addition to all of these Teslas in the lineup. Also, now is the time we have come in the video to earn some of my money. So if you'd like an Amazon gift card totally for free, I'm hiding a code in the next minute of this video. So keep your eyes peeled for a funny looking string of characters. That is the Amazon gift card code. And in the meantime, let me tell you about some of my amazing channel partners that are here to save you money and elevate your Tesla experience in some really amazing ways. Also want to give a huge thanks to my friends at Drive Protected for their support of the channel. Look, if you're looking to keep your Tesla looking its best, you want to keep it protected, and basically you want an invisible shield to go around your Tesla and keep it safe from debris and rock and all that random gunk, check out their amazing DIY PPF kits. You can install these yourself. They are incredibly high quality. They'll walk you through the process step by step, even if you're a very sort of beginner at this like I am. They make it very, very easy. They've got an amazing lineup. They've got options for every single Tesla. Matte finishes are available as well, and my code Rosenfeld will save you 10%. So check it out at the link right down below and use my code Rosenfeld for an exclusive 10% savings. Also, if you're looking for an easy, cost-effective, and fun way to accessorize your new or maybe your older Tesla you want to breathe some new life into, check out the amazing lineup of premium accessories from my friends at Joa. They have got you covered with literally everything you would want for every single Tesla model. They've got phone chargers, they've got neck pillows, they've got sunroof shades, and they even make things super simple with starter packs that literally give you everything you'll need for the best Tesla experience with one simple click. It does not get any easier than this. And then also some of the more advanced utility stuff. Things like a really nice folding tray so you can eat more comfortably or work more comfortably as you're sitting in your car. They've got a really cool invisible storage solution for the underscreen part of your Tesla. They've got a really easy way to charge your Apple Watch and AirPods on the built-in wireless charger in your car, and so much more. If you're looking to check out amazing premium Tesla accessories, check out what Joe has got to offer. Link, of course, is down below in the description, and my code Robert is going to save you on your purchase. So check out the link, use my code Robert to save today. And then jumping inside your car, you want to obviously get some good floor mats that look great, protect your Tesla, keep it easy to clean. That is where my friends at 3W Liners come in, because they just leveled up my coupon code to offer you guys 35% off your next order of floor mats. And these are my favorite. They're in all my Teslas. They look amazing. They're built extremely well. They've got a great design that complements the interior of your Tesla. They're very durable. They're super easy to clean. They are also really made well for sort of the exact measurements of the vehicle you're going into, whether that's a Tesla or a Rivian or some other car on the market. I have just been a huge fan of 3W Liners. They make the best floor mats on the market. They are very reasonably priced, and I can, again, save you guys even more with my special coupon code of 35% off. So hit the link down below to learn more. Also, if you're looking to elevate the exterior of your Tesla, one of my favorite and easiest and most cost-effective ways to do that, quite frankly, is from my friends at Tesla Emblems. They make these really awesome, unique, high-quality custom vinyls for different parts of your Tesla. So if you want to accessorize the Tesla T emblems on your vehicle or the charge port, or even my favorite, they make some really awesome ways to customize your Tesla key cards. They have got some amazing solutions there. TeslaEmblems.com, their website. They've got a bunch of different products you can choose from. It's a really fun, easy, and cost-effective way to accessorize your Tesla a bit and make it look different. I've got a coupon code to save on that front as well, so check that out, linked right down below. So as always, guys, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the Tesla summer update for 2025? Is there enough here that's new and exciting? Is there not enough? Is there a feature you wish was going to be here that isn't just yet? There's still a bunch of stuff in the rumor mill: AirPlay, high fidelity audio support, more robust Tesla theater, all these things that aren't here yet, but here's what we've got. So let me know your thoughts down below if you like it or not. And I should be rolling out basically right now to cars around the world. So hopefully you're getting it soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, I'll see you all in the next one.